What's up, guys? I'm back at home, safe and sound. Made it back in time, even though Malaysia is now back on full lockdown mode, man. Full lockdown mode. I don't know what that really mean, but doesn't sound good. Anyway, guys, we're pretty much done with studio track for the conference. It is now 10:30 p.m. in Malaysia, 4:30 p.m. in Europe. And we should be starting with the ComSec track in about approximately half an hour. So normally I will do my closing note and tell you guys about what awesome stuff is coming up, and I'll cover that in a little bit. But before that, let me just thank everybody for joining us and for taking the time out of your schedule, especially all our sponsors and our interviewers, especially some of them joined us, like John Callas joined us at some ridiculous hours. So big up to all of them for taking the time out of their schedule to come and chill with us. It's really nice to see them. Of course, once again, big thanks to our sponsors for making this possible, right? Really and truly, much love to those guys for still believing in what we're trying to do and supporting the initiative. And of course, last but not least, big thanks to the HITB crew, man. These guys, as always, pulled another all-nighter. We had a bit of technical snafus, but hey, it wouldn't be a HITB conference if we didn't have some technical problems, right? Big thanks to Cooper, to Sherry, to Sriman, my co-host, Weng Liang, obviously. Big up to them, taking care of everything at the studio. Wei Zian, Amy, Daryl, let me see who else. Doscope. Yeah, no CTF this time, bro, but I'm going to contact you very soon, brother, because we got to start planning stuff for later in the year. We definitely need to do some CTF stuff. Also to Martine for doing all of his ComSec track introductions. And of course to the volunteers who recorded a little bit of the intros for the speakers as well. So hopefully, it's not the same as doing it in person, but at least you guys played a little bit of a role, so that was kind of fun. Materials. So most of the speakers, I forgot, my fault, to remind them to send me the slides. So guys, please send me your slides, email it to me. I think Cooper has already been placing some of you guys. So for those of you who have already sent it to us, I've already uploaded it. So you can download the slides at the materials repository. And then the videos. So Cooper has once again done a phenomenal job. And I think all of the videos are actually ready to go because they've already been uploaded into our YouTube channel. But we probably need to do a little bit of post-production for the studio track and for all of the interviews that we did over the last 2 days. So I expect that we'll, maybe release the videos in about a week or 2 weeks. And of course, just follow us on Twitter and, you get all of those notifications there. All right. So Singapore. Now, we were planning to do a hybrid event, right? So something that would be in person as well as online. But as you guys know from the news, Singapore is back on lockdown. Now Malaysia is also back on lockdown. And it's 28th of May. Our event is scheduled for the 26th and 27th of August. That leaves us 2 months to plan everything for an on-site event. You need at least 3. So there's not enough time. Plus, the hotel is also saying that it doesn't look likely that the government is going to allow gatherings of a certain size, right? Like a conference will probably be about at least 100 people. So virtual conference, bros. But anyhow, we at least have the studio thing, so I think it worked quite well. I mean, apart from the slight technical problems, but other than that, I think it was quite fun. I had a good time. It was nice to chat with people, even though it's not the same as having a face-to-face discussion, but, next best approximation. So if nothing else, the Singapore conference will be fully virtual. All the trainings are already online. So I think Richard Johnson is doing a class. It's already started to sell. So if you guys want to go for Richard's class, which I strongly recommend because it's top-notch stuff, sign up. It's going to be virtual. So I think he's also doing a course in June or July in the US time zone. So, for the folks that are complaining that we can't join Singapore because the time zone doesn't work, US guys can join his other earlier class. So yeah, trainings are up. Go ahead and register for that. We will probably do a CTF because we were planning to do one anyway. It'll be a virtual CTF. But I guess we have to see, because like I mentioned at the start, right, like organizing an online CTF is just the same amount of work as organizing an offline CTF, just less infrastructure that we need to pull, but the amount of work planning and, coding needed to get all the challenges done and stuff is significant. So I will keep to the draw scope, man, and see what we can come up with. Or we'll ping our bros from Hackerdom, because Hackerdom is always around to cook up some cool CTF challenges. Or maybe we'll do something with the standoff guys, right? So let's see. We still have at least a couple of days to plan something for a virtual CTF. So expect that we will have something at least for you guys to play, even if we are just locked at home still. And then it's November, and the last event in our calendar is CyberWeek. Now, the situation in UAE, thank God, is still pretty stable. They've vaccinated like 60-70% of their population already. So most of the business activities are starting to resume. In fact, in-person conferences are kind of like normal again. So we are quite hopeful that we will be able to do an in-person CyberWeek in November. The dates are 21st to the 25th. But it'll be a hybrid event, so don't worry about it. I mean, maybe some of you guys won't be able to travel, but we will still be doing a live stream, and there'll definitely be a CTF as well. Now, for the in-person conference itself, we will not be doing a 5,000, 6,000 attendee event like we did in 2019. It's just not possible with all the social distancing and stuff. So we have decided to pretty much do a much smaller event, but we're going to be focusing on C-level. So there'll be a business track, an in-person business track, which would allow us to do some kind of face-to-face meetings, and we'll use our studio that will be actually the center focus of the exhibition area. So that should be quite interesting. And then, of course, we will have a technical track, right? So we'll open CFP. And then for the speakers that can't make it over, you'll be able to present remotely. And for those that are able to, as in you've been fully vaccinated and there's a travel bubble, or you're able to come over to the UAE, then we'll host you in person. And so we'll have a business track that's going to be running. We'll have a usual technical track. We'll also have a ComSec track, and we'll have a CTF. That's for sure, because we missed out having a CTF last year for CyberWeek, and a lot of the students that played Cyber Battle of the Emirates, they were like, "Man, we got nothing to do, bro." So in order to give those guys something, we will plan for a hybridized CTF that is focused for professionals. So the big pro level CTF that we did in 2019, we'll still do that again, but we'll merge it with Cyber Battle of the Emirates. So we'll have a category for students. We're still working out exactly what this is going to mean, as in how do we put the EDU students together with the pro and then make it a fair game. But we do have Singapore, right? So there's August, where we can probably use that online CTF as a pre-qualification or some sort, right? Like as a testing thing. But like I said, early days, so stay tuned. We'll be in touch, and we'll let you guys know what's being planned for November, and of course for Singapore. I guess that's pretty much it from me, guys. We still have some talks. So ComSec track is still, like I said, it's going to start in about 19 minutes. So stay tuned for that. There's still a number of nice presentations there. And there's also one more lab. Tim Lazitsko is doing some software deobfuscation stuff. So that should be, as usual, good stuff. So enjoy the rest of the conference. I will be spinning a progressive peak time mix for you guys in probably about 20 minutes or so. And I'll probably do it for an hour. I guess that's it, bros. Lead dogs out. You guys stay safe. Don't forget, take your vaccines, right? Doesn't matter what vaccine it is, just take it, because that's the only way we're going to get back to some level of normalcy and be able to hang out again. Much love from me to all of you guys. Take care. See you guys soon. Lead dogs out, baby. Ciao, ciao.